I'm not sure why it's becoming so trendy to remove the mirrors and wear a skateboarding or bicycle helmet. And look, he does have a proper helmet right there, but he chooses to wear the unauthorized one, which carries a very heavy penalty. And the team just asked the driver of this bus for his license and ORCR. They believe it to be operating out of line. Usually here in Lawton, the spotters will basically tell the buses, tell the Colorum vans, tell everybody, run away, there's enforcers coming. But because SAICT came in a little bit hot, they were able to apprehend this bus. The conductor will remove the plates now for what they call a technical impounding. The trouble with that is sometimes in the past, what I've seen with technical impoundings is that the owner of the vehicle would just get some temporary plates and then continue doing the same thing with their vehicle. Now, of course, when it comes time to renew the registration, they'll have to deal with the penalty. I think it's quite a hefty penalty also for out of line. I think it's 1 million pesos. Actually, UV Express driver stopped and he said there were a lot more of them, but the spotters sent them away. The enforcers are going to help the affected passengers get an alternative ride to PTEX, which is the right decision. Don't just let them work it out by themselves. Really help them. As soon as this young girl got off the bus, she was already telling enforcers that she doesn't feel well. So they've given her a bottle of water and they're speaking to someone on the phone now. I think they said it's her father. And they did just flag down that rider because you can see the bicycle helmet or skateboarding helmet on the back. That's considered as unauthorized or substandard when you're riding a motorcycle because it doesn't provide the right level of protection. It's a pretty hefty penalty. And they just flagged down this motorcycle. You'll see the driver's wearing a tactical style helmet and also no license plate. I have talked in the past about those helmets. It's the same thing over here, substandard or unauthorized helmet. These two students look a little bit young, but I'm sure he has a license. The reason for apprehending them is the unauthorized helmet on the back. There have been arguments that passengers shouldn't be held to the same safety standards as the driver. But honestly, that doesn't make any sense because if you have an accident, whether you're the driver or the passenger, you're both in the same risk. So that's why they do require proper helmets on both the driver and the passenger. Another rider there, unfortunately the lady on the back. It's often women that are given the unauthorized helmet. Really protect the ones that you love. Buy them a proper helmet. This rider continued when the first couple of enforcers tried to flag him down, but one of the others up ahead was able to step in front of him and force him to a stop. Again, it's because they consider the helmet on the back to be unauthorized or substandard on a motorcycle. The guys are getting a little bit, I don't want to say nervous, but the father hasn't arrived yet. And there was a motorcycle a moment ago. As soon as he saw the enforcers, he put himself on the inside and sped up because he has an excess passenger. That's why they don't like the end cap, right? It's hard to run from end cap. This rider unfortunately has a bit of a combo. The unauthorized helmet, no mirrors, and obviously he's driving in slippers. He does have a license plate on the back though, so it's not the complete combo. But unfortunately, if all those penalties are added to the ticket, it is quite expensive. Unfortunately, again, unauthorized helmet and slippers. There is a license plate at least, and I suspect he will have a driver's license. So those are positive points. On the topic of the young girl, they're actually thinking about just taking her home now using their own vehicle. Oh, scratch that, her father just arrived now. Good news.